The Resilience Across Borders podcast is intended for education, support, and inspiration. I am not a psychologist or a medical doctor and do not offer any professional, medical, or health advice. If you are dealing with or suffering from any psychological or medical conditions, please seek help from a qualified health professional. Hello and welcome back to Resilience Across Borders podcast. I'm your host, Rachid, and in today's episode, we will explore the delicate balance between contentment and ambition and how to be happy with what you have while striving for more. Because we often hear two conflicting messages. Be content with what you have. And then on the other hand, you hear never settle, keep pushing forward. But the truth is, happiness and ambition don't have to cancel each other out. You can appreciate your life while still wanting to improve it. In fact, balancing both is the secret to sustainable success and inner peace. So, with that in mind, here is a few ways to stay grounded in gratitude while still pushing for more without guilt, without burnout, or inner conflict or confusion. So number one is to practice daily gratitude. Even for the imperfect, this is something that probably you may not hear a lot. You hear about the benefits of gratitude all the time, but gratitude isn't just about giving thanks for the good things. It's also about finding meaning in the messy or incomplete. When you appreciate what already is, you anchor yourself in the present moment. This helps prevent a constant sense of not enough. For instance, you may want a bigger home or house one day, but today you can feel grateful for having a warm space to sleep, having privacy, or memories made in your current dwelling or in your current home. So each morning or evening, you can list 3 things you're grateful for, not just the big wins, but everyday comforts or growth moments. Very important, because it's like automatically a lot of people think, okay, grateful, it's everything that's going great, but also moments of growth can pay dividends down the line. So this simple act rewires your brain for fulfillment, no matter what your goals are. And number 2, important to separate your self-worth from your wish list. So it's healthy to want more, but it's toxic to believe you're not enough until you get it. Lasting happiness comes when you pursue growth from a place of worthiness, not to prove anything for anyone or to anyone. So for instance, instead of thinking or saying, I'll be happy when I get promoted, try, I am proud of who I am now, and I am working toward that promotion because I enjoy growing. See the difference? Another practical use is, you can ask yourself regularly, if nothing changed today, what could I still be proud of? If nothing else changed, what could I still be proud of? This reflection builds appreciation for your journey and not just your destination. Number 3, set goals that reflect growth, not gaps. Goals shouldn't come from a place of lack, but from a desire to expand. Maybe something that's pulling you so hard instead of you running away from something, just as an example. So when you see your aspirations as an extension of what's already working, you stay empowered and at peace. So for instance, wanting to be healthier isn't about hating your body. It can be about loving it enough to care for it better. Again, how you frame it makes a big difference and also gives you better inspiration and is actually more helpful. Another practical use when setting a new goal, ask, is this coming from fear or from love? In other words, reframe goals to reflect what you're building toward, what you want to get to, not what you're trying to fix or not what you're trying to run from. It's like what you focus on more, you get, right? So this is a lesson they teach like drivers, like racing. It's like, don't look at the wall, because you look at the wall, you're going to go to the wall, right? Look where you want to go. So make goals from inspiration and not from desperation or from fear. Number 4, celebrate the small wins along the way. Striving without pausing to appreciate progress leads to exhaustion and burnout. Small wins fuel motivation and help you feel accomplished now, not someday. Not someday that may or may not come. Example, if you're launching a business, don't wait until it's wildly profitable to celebrate, which a lot of times it's a pretty long journey. Celebrate a completed logo. So celebrate your first email subscriber or a supportive conversation you had with a prospect. These are all like milestones worth acknowledging. You can also keep a progress journal where you jot down weekly wins, no matter how small. This reinforces what you're already moving forward. And also, you can look back at this thing sometimes when you're just feeling down or beaten, or you're giving yourself a hard time, or you're thinking you're not making progress, or whatever the case may be. All right, or you're coming down hard on yourself. So you can look at this progress journal. You can celebrate these wins. Number 5, learn to sit with enough. Okay. Sitting with enough, even briefly. When you never allow yourself to feel satisfied, the goalpost will keep moving and the target will keep shifting, because that's the reality of things, especially for those of us who are ambitious, those of us who want to achieve things, wants to keep growing, and just wants to set these goals, knock them, go to the next thing. Build moments of stillness and reflection where you don't strive, just be. For a change, you have to plug these in. You have to put these moments in there. For instance, you might take one afternoon each week to unplug from goals, unplug from schedules, and productivity altogether. Let that time be about enjoyment and not pushing for anything or trying to change anything. Rest like that is just as important. You can try this reminder or affirmation. You can say, right now, I have enough. Right now, I am enough. Again, right now, I have enough. Right now, I am enough. Breathe it in and let your nervous system relax into that truth. Let that sink in. Let that process. Digest that. Remember, expand with peace, not pressure. So you can be thankful for today and still build a better tomorrow. You can be deeply content and wildly ambitious. Being happy with what you have doesn't mean you stop growing. It means you grow with joy, not desperation. So keep reaching, keep dreaming, but also take a moment to smile at how far you've already come. So, as always, thank you for tuning into the Resilience Across Borders podcast. If you're enjoying this podcast and finding it helpful to you, please pick up a copy of the companion journal called Emo Gym. Now just published a travel version, which is the smaller version of it, smaller size. You can follow the blog posts and new episodes as they get added. The URL is at resilience.com. Also, there is a link to some online courses and online coaching that I started putting out there. And remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to others and stay resilient.